Hey, hey, welcome back to the Juice Bar. Hope you had a fantastic weekend. So, today's topic is context is everything. And what is really meant by that? So, where it caught my attention and was interesting to me. So, I came across this post on LinkedIn, and as somebody that's learning and looking for all the ways that we can apply and create AI agents and leverage AI for growth, it was intriguing in the sense that here are three particular use cases that were identified, and I wanted to see if I could figure out how to build these tools. And so as I was having a conversation with my Claude, and in particular, the one that I want to focus in on here is check if the company has held a webinar in the past 6 months. So where I am coming from in my context is how can I offer support to my clients in a way that my clients that are SaaS companies, customer success teams, professional service agencies, and sales teams that are all looking for middle of the funnel and on how to deliver most excellent user experiences, client experiences, provide land and expand opportunities, provide recurring revenue and keep the customer lifetime value up by continuing to offer and retain clients. And most often this is done using technology. So this is the context that I am coming to this from. And when I see check if as a company has held a webinar in the past 6 months, my thought is, could I learn to turn that into an automation that serves my clients? So that was the context that I had. And when I went to have a conversation with Claude about this, some of the interesting points were really, what are we going to do with this data? How are we going to scrape it? But mostly, why does it even matter? And right, because for my clients, what could they do? How could they build more business if they could find and scrape a prospect's, whether or not a prospect has held a webinar? So this really kind of stumped me. And I went back to the original poster. And basically the use case provided was I offer my clients better returns on their webinar activities. So I will use this to find companies interested in hearing how I have helped other companies get more value from their webinars. So, right, like the context that I'm looking at is entirely different because this particular poster spends time in the space that I spend time in, but they were looking to build an AI agent that supported their prospecting, their growth, their business, which is an entirely valid point. But I just thought it was so fascinating for me because I completely missed that. And this is a tool that I could potentially use, or I could customize the focus instead of looking at webinar activities. Maybe it's because right, webinar activities is going to be more top of funnel, top to middle funnel, and I farther down the funnel. Now, one area that it could, for example, be applied is where's a medical device company that is offering a webinar, because for them, that webinar experience, that educational experience is more, that educational experience is more nurturing and building that relationship. And that is something that I do a lot of. So that's how I would apply it. And I guess the reason that I wanted to share this here is simply that what we want to do with AI really, what we can do with AI really depends on our context, our goals, and we always, always, always have to come back to having a full focus on that. And what do we want to get out of it? But also it never hurts to look and see what is somebody else doing and how can I customize and apply that to what I need to get out of AI so that I can grow my own business. So at the end of the day, context is everything. And there we have it. That's today's episode. Hope to see you soon. Follow along and check back and follow my journey. Have an amazing day. Bye-bye.